from Pinkhot Jewellery, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make these really quick and easy to make disco beads. The pattern uses just SuperDuos and seed beads, so they're really quick and easy to make and they're a great stash buster. You can download the pattern from my website. If you click on the link below, you'll find the link to my blog where the pattern is available as a digital download if you prefer to have the paper pattern alongside you while you make the project. You can make these in heaps of different colours. As you know, SuperDuos come in a beautiful range of colours. You've got neons, metallics, translucents, opaques, pearl effects, so many to choose from. And just by switching up the seed beads, there's so many different designs you can do. You can also, instead of just having a single colour one, you could have double colours. And I'll show you some of these as we go through the video. And they, as you can see here, I turned this into a necklace, which you can string them just onto a chain, or you can turn them into a bracelet, or even pendants, earrings, and just by rotating the bead round you can add it on a head pin with some other beads, make little pendants, charms, different kinds of earrings. Really, the world is your oyster with this project, so let's get creating. To make your disco beads, you're going to need some SuperDuos. I'm using 2 colours for the purposes of this demonstration, and you'll find when you're just getting started it's much easier to use 2 colours to separate the sides out. Once you get the hang of it though, you can use 1 or 2 or even more colours if you like. You're also going to need some size 11 seed beads, some beading thread. I like to use 1G, KO or Miyuki thread. Any of these will work fine for this project. And some synthetic wax. As you can see, mine is rather well used and a little bit decorated, but any kind of wax will work for this. And you'll need some scissors and a beading needle. I'm using a tulip, but any brand of needle will work fine. And we're going to start by cutting a length of thread. You don't need very much at all for this, so really about an arm's length will do fine. And you're going to run it through that wax just by holding it in place with your thumb and finger and just running it through, and that's going to wax the thread nicely and just help add a little bit of stiffness and stability to these beads. There's a stray one there. And that's all. That's how you wax your thread. It's as easy as that. And now we're going to start by picking up a SuperDuo and a seed bead, and we're going to do this 6 times. So we end up with 6 of each, on the needle. That's 4. Oh, I've lost my thread. This is what happens when you're trying to bead around a camera. And we're going to carry on, so there's a few more to go just there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and finishing with a seed bead. Once you've got those on, you're going to push those all the way down to the end of your thread. Leave yourself a very short tail thread. We don't need it other than to work into your work, so don't worry about leaving too much of a thread at the end. And we're going to just tie these into a knot. The reason we're going to tie a knot is because usually I'd prefer to weave my ends through a piece rather than knotting. But in this case, the bead is so small, there's not a lot of room to do that. So we're going to use a knot. And so I'm just using a normal overhand knot. One thing to be aware of when you're tying this is try and hold those beads out of the way, because otherwise you can get in a tangle very easily. So I'm just going to pull that nice and tight. And I'm going to do a double knot with that as well. And just pull that nice and tight until you can see you've got a circle of beads there. Working with a shorter thread does make this a bit easier, so you don't really need too much at all. And now, to begin the next part, I'm going to thread through a couple of beads just to get away from the knot and coming out of a SuperDuo. There we go. I'm going to step up, and the way you step up with a SuperDuo is you just thread into this hole, the second hole, straight up. Kind of feels a bit weird because you're coming out of the bead and going into a different hole, but that's how we step up with seed beads, with SuperDuo beads, sorry, and that gets us into position to start the next round. This time we're going to be picking up the blue SuperDuos, so your next colour, and passing straight in to this bead here, the next one along. And it's going to start to draw your bead round and it's going to look very different. And we're just going to keep doing that all the way around. And we're going to add 6 of those in total. Last one. So there we go, you can see that's the beginning of your bead, and if you just pull that nice and tightly, holding onto the tail thread, you'll see it draws round, but it's still not quite right. So what we're going to do is pass through just one more bead here, and in through one of the new SuperDuos, the blue ones. And we're going to step up again. So that's just by passing through the second hole of that SuperDuo, like that. And now we're going to be repeating what's happened on this side in reverse. So we're going to be picking up a seed bead and going through the next SuperDuo. These SuperDuos are already in place, so all we're doing is adding the seed bead to complete the other side of the bead. So you're going to do that all the way around, adding 6 seed beads. All the way around, and then passing through that SuperDuo, and I've gone through a seed bead as well, and you pull that nice and close and you see you've got our beaded bead. And these actually look really nice and work really well just as a spacer type bead on their own, but I think we need a little bit of decoration. So what I'm going to do is pass through a SuperDuo, and I'm going to step up again, so that takes me into the centre of my bead. And I'm going to be picking up 3 seed beads to add this little frill to the edge of the bead. And I'm going into the next blue SuperDuo, and this is where it's helpful to have the 2 colours of beads. It makes it a little bit easier to see. And so I've added a little trio of beads, almost like a picot there, and I'm just going to do that all the way around. So picking up 3 and going into the next SuperDuo of the same colour. Little frills. Third one to go. And this is our final one, so I'm going to add 3 seed beads to complete that frill. And what you'll see is you've got a nice shape to that bead now, and it's starting to come together. And actually you could leave it like that, but let's go one step further. We're going to pass through the purple, this is the first colour SuperDuo, and now we're going to add a frill to these ones. So again, we're picking up 3 and we're going into the next purple SuperDuo. picking up 3. And you want to keep a nice tight tension as you work with this project all the way through, and that will stop you having a floppy bead at the end. So nice tight tension and plenty of wax, and that will give you a really good, nice strong bead that's secure and feels quite firm under your fingertips. If you end up at the end and you haven't got a firm bead, then I would just pass through all of those core beads again, so the SuperDuos and the size 11s that we added at the beginning and then a little bit later, and that will give you a much firmer finish to the bead. So this is my final frill here. I'm adding my 3, going through that purple SuperDuo. Gets a little bit tight towards the end, but just persevere. And there you have it. And you can just pull, if any of those aren't sticking out, you can just give them a little tweak and you'll see that they pull out. So there you go, there's your frilly beaded bead. Now we just need to finish these pesky tail ends off. And the way I'm going to do that is just passing through some beads. And then I'm going to do a half hitch knot, just to make sure that these ends are nice and secure. If you've not done a half hitch knot before, the way we do that is to thread underneath a thread path. Pull your thread through until you're just left with a small loop like that, and take your needle through the loop. Pull it nice and tight, making sure that that's not got caught around any extra beads and it's right over where we went through. And just pulling that tight. And then you can, oh, I think I may have caught one having said that. There we go. Hook it over if that happens, nice and easy to do that. And then you're going to just pass through a few more beads until you feel that your thread is secure. I'd probably do 2 or 3 half hitch knots on these beads just to make sure they're safe. And then you can trim just by holding the thread nice and taut up close to the bead and give it a good trim. And then you would do the same with this short tail thread. And then your disco bead is complete. And then when you're done with them, what you can do is you can thread them onto a chain. They look really nice just all together, lots of different colourways. You can also make a bracelet. This one's done on a Viking weave chain and that works really well with some large spacer beads. They look lovely just on a cord. And you can also string a head pin through with a 4mm or a 5mm bead on the end of either side and hang them as earrings or as pendants. Or you can hang a chain or some beadalon through some like a nylon coated wire and have a dangly hoop earring. I mean, there's loads of different things and I'd love to see what you do. So if you do make these, do send me some photographs. You can find me on Instagram, Pinkhot_UK, and I'm also on Facebook and Twitter. So do send me your pictures, I'd really love to see them. And if you like this video, then hit subscribe and look out for more videos coming soon.